Another day, another video. Right, so today I'm just going to try and bloody get some Manuka because we've got a fair bit of it to clean up. Some of that is pine, and I've got a fair bit on order. But I thought I'd just do a quick little video just for those people out there that need to learn how to sharpen a chainsaw. Just a very basic way to show you, because I think it's stupid how if you own a chainsaw and you go and pay somebody to sharpen it and file your chain, it's something that you really need to learn, because I don't know what it costs. I'm guessing $15–20 per sharpen, and at that I think it costs 12 or 13 bucks or something from Still for a 3-pack of files. So if you want to save some money, stop paying somebody to do something that is fairly simple to do and learn how to do it yourself. So I'll just give you a quick run through, and yeah, hopefully it can help somebody. So today I'm just going to use this little Azito top handle chainsaw for doing this wood, but just to give you a rough idea, so this piece in here is what you call the gullet. Now this is not far off being pretty bang on. I see a lot of people that end up with their chain where that tooth is almost straight. Now that is never going to cut wood, or it will, but you'll get pretty much sawdust instead of saw shavings coming off. And then another thing is when you look at the top of the tooth, if we can get it to focus, is the there we go. Some of the times on the chains you'll notice on the top of here will be quite worn. That's another sign to tell your chain is very dull. Now this is, well, to me this is a dull chain, but it's not bad. It would still cut perfectly fine, but I'm just going to give it a quick going over, just so you can see, so you can clearly see that that tooth is not sharpened, because there is no shiny bit on the tooth. Now there's many ways, of course, that you can sharpen a saw. One is getting what's called a bar vise, and it stabs into like a log, and then you can clamp that, or into a bench vise, or if you've got a tailgate or a wagon like this, or a log even, sit it down and then just rest your chest on it. With the bigger saws you can also put your handle into your leg to stop it from moving, but these little ones, it's just as simple as chest on the handle or on the top, and away you go. Now another thing you can get is a guide for your files to stop you from going too deep, because you can go too deep and start chewing into your tooth too much, or your actual chain. Now this is the tooth I've just sharpened, and as you can see that gullet is cleaned out a little bit more compared to the likes of this one. And then you can also see it's nice and shiny right up to the top of the tooth. And another thing is, looking down on the tooth, nice crisp straight edge across the top of the tooth. You want to get that correct angle. Most chains, this one doesn't, but most chains have the angle that you should be sharpening your tooth on, but that's pretty bang on. Another thing is getting the correct file size for your chain. Of course, if you've got a file that is too big for your chain, it won't fit into that bit of gullet on your tooth. Now this file is bang on correct, so therefore it'll go straight in and you won't have any issues. Now another thing when you're sharpening is don't pull up too much when you're sharpening, because then what you end up doing is you end up destroying that top edge. And then to clean out, where are we? Clean out the gullet it's fairly simple. All you need to do is rock downwards and then back up, and that'll just clean out that gullet and make it a little bit more prominent of a C, which is what you want when you're cutting. You don't want too much, or else what will end up happening is you'll burr over the top edge of your tooth and it'll go dull really quick. You still want a little bit of meat in that top edge of your tooth. And the last thing you got to keep an eye on is what's called the rakers. This chain here is what's called a safety chain, where it's got an extra piece on the inside of the raker. But on your bigger saws, all you've got is this raker here. Now, to tell if that's too high, one is the chain will start chattering a lot and bouncing when you're cutting, and then also it'll start getting shiny on the top of it. Now, ideally, if you don't have any experience sharpening, you want to get what's called a raker gauge to help you get that raker to the correct height. But once you've had a lot of experience with sharpening chains and stuff, then of course you pretty much pick up exactly where you want to grind them or file them down to with a flat file. And it's the same with your basic round files for sharpening your teeth. Start off with, yeah, by all means go and get a have the guide that sits on this as well, so you don't go too low. Only issue of that is it doesn't let you get that gullet out. It stops you from doing that, and that is one thing that I notice with a lot of these chain sharpening tools and that out there these days, is they don't clean that gullet out, which is what you really need to get a nice sharp cutting saw. So hopefully this has helped somebody. If you've got any other questions, drop it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read them and yeah, get back to anybody that has anything that they want to learn more about. One of the reasons why Manuka is so expensive half the time, or especially for me anyway, is the effort you got to put in to get it. I'll show you. So my little pile that's growing is down in there. Hang on. Oh, I'm buggered. Should be a nice wee load scattered throughout that, all of that stuff there. Load up the trailer, roll out of here. But yeah, just, I don't know, for people out there that are kind of unaware of why firewood is the price it is as well, just thought I'd show people the sort of stuff that myself especially deals with. On another note, I still don't think we can price it high enough, but the reality is you still want it affordable for people. You know, we have the luxury of being able to get it, although it's bloody hard work. Kind of the reward doesn't add up for the effort, but I still get a good kick out of it, you know, seeing people's faces when you turn up with wood and they're kind of shocked because you make the load slightly bigger than what they usually get and stuff like that. Like, I've done a couple of smaller loads lately that are 2 cube, and I turn up and, you know, I've put in like 2.5 cubes sort of thing. But that's just how it goes. You always make sure that, you know, the customers are happy, and you want to be better than the previous guy or the next guy. And then that also comes down to making sure that your wood's not inferior, because we have a few people around our area doing that, selling either wet wood saying that it's dry, or selling wood that is going rotten or that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm going to get this trailer loaded now. My back is about ready just to go. It's the only problem having back and joint problems. But yeah, you can see She's about the top of that hill there is about, I think it was about 580 meters above sea level, and where I'm standing is only about 300, so it's about 200 vertical meters just to there. And like I've had the dogs sometimes leave me from down here heading up that way hunting, and in a straight line it's only 300 and something meters to the top, 320 or 330 to get to the top. So that just tells you how much of a gradient that hill is. If it's only 200 vertical meters, well, sorry, if it's 200 vertical meters but in a straight line it's only about 300 meters, then that gives you a grade of, I think it's, some of that honestly is, it's about 60 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty insane. But we'll go get this trailer loaded up and then get out of here. Alright, we're all loaded up here, full load. So yeah, this is Manuka, for people that don't know. It's a very dense, hot burning wood, quite a dark, sort of a orangey colour. Yeah, so Manuka is one of our hottest burning woods, or probably is our hottest burning wood here in New Zealand. By the way that the people measure it here, it puts out 1,860 kilowatts of heat per cubic meter. I'll put in a little thing here that I've screenshot, just so you guys can see for those that are interested. But yeah, I'll have a quick look when I am back in Signal and let you know the BTU output on that. But I'm pretty sure it was up around 30. So I'll double check, and yeah, otherwise hope everyone has had a brilliant day, and that's our day more or less done and dusted. I'm pretty stoked. Go home and skin and cut this pig up that I got yesterday afternoon. So yeah, hope everyone had a good one. Thanks for watching, and hope to catch you tomorrow. Hopefully keep these daily videos coming. Alright, I'll see you then. Have a good night.